Hi there, welcome back. Okay, we are on page 300 and we are going to look at our first transformation called a translation. So we're starting this unit on transformations. The first one we're going to take a look at is called a translation. So a translation is like a slide. It basically is a slide. So it's when you take each point in a figure and you translate it or slide it the same distance and in the same direction. Every single point in the figure you slide the same distance in the same direction. So if you take a look at these two figures, this red one is called your pre-image. This is the figure you start with. So this is the figure you start with. It's triangle DEF. So your final image, after you translate it and slide it to a different spot on your coordinate plane, this is called your image. You can tell that the blue one is your image because it has the prime symbol. It's the figure after the translation. And it has the prime symbol. That little, it looks like a little apostrophe, and we call that the prime symbol. Okay, so each one of these points in this figure was translated in the same direction, so to the right and then up. F is to the right and then up, and then D you translate to the right and up. So it looks like you just took the red triangle and you slid it to the right and up. It's still facing the same way. We call that orientation. It's still the same size and the same shape, but we moved every point the same number of units and in the same direction. So same size, same shape. So each one of your figures has the same size and the same shape. Okay, so let's figure out how we translated this. How did we slide it over? So if you start with point F, so if you look at this coordinate plane, every line is counting by twos because it starts 0 here, 2, 4, 6, 8. Every line is counting by twos. So if we move over half a line, that's actually counting by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I find point F and I translate it, I'm going to count every half a line that's counting by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it looks like we moved 8 units to the right and 2 units up to land on F prime. 8 units to the right and 2 units up. So let's map E to E prime. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 units to the right and 2 units up. So we translated E, the same number of points, units, 8 units to the right, 2 units up. Now D, let's just check D. D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units to the right and 2 units up. So translate 8 units right and 2 units up. That's one way to describe the translation. The other way to describe the translation is with an ordered pair. So what you have to do when you write it like this with an ordered pair, on the x-axis, along the x-axis, if you move to the right, that's positive. So for the x number, we moved positive 8 units to the right. So for the x number, we moved 8 units to the right, so you'd write it like that. And then for the y number, y is up or down. On the y-axis, if we went 2 units up, that's positive 2. So for the y number, you move positive 2. So this shows you're moving 8 to the right and 2 units up. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple more examples. So let's take a look at this one. It says we're going to use this figure for number 4. Which figure is a translation of figure A? Which one is a translation? So remember, a translation should look like you just took the figure and you slid it to a different part of the coordinate plane. It should still be facing the same way as your pre-image, and it should be the same size and same shape. So does everyone see that figure B Figure B is the translation because it looks like we just took figure A and slid it up here. That's a translation. It should look like a slide. See, it can't be figure C because if we start with figure A, it looks like we flipped it over. And so that's not correct. So figure B would be the translation of figure A. If we just started with figure A and we translated it up, it should look like a slide. We just slid it. Okay, so now let's do the next one. Graph the translation of figure A, 3 units to the right and 4 units up. So we're going to move 3 units to the right and 4 units up. Figure A. So remember, when you translate, you have to translate every single point in the figure. And we're doing 3 units to the right and 4 units up. So I'll start with this top right corner. And this graph is counting by ones. So I can just count lines over. 3 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, and 4 units up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go top point. So we're going to go 3 to the right and 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's my top part of my figure. Okay, let's go this bottom. We're going to move 3 to the right and 4 up. 1, 2, 3 to the right, and now 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Okay, and then let's go to this bottom point. 1, 2, 3 to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Okay, so then this one. 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Every point is moving 3 to the right and 4 up. Let's do this one. 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Okay, so I'm just recreating this figure, 3 spaces to the right and 4 units up. Let's go this one. 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. And this one. 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. And then we have figure, this would be A prime. Remember, this is your pre-image, the one you start with, and this is your image with the prime symbol after you translated it. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Describe the translation needed to move figure B to the same position as the image of item 5. So describe the translation. So now, if I want to figure out how I translated figure B to this one that we just drew, how to go from this one to this one, well, this top right corner has to land on this top right corner. So I could move 1, 2, 3 units to the right and 1 unit down. And this top left has to go on top left. Again, I could move 1, 2, 3 units to the right and 1 unit down. So that would look like this. I could say, translate 3 units right and 1 unit down. Okay, and if I wrote that using an ordered pair,